41 people on the call right now, which is great because we're at 40 now. We actually didn't know what our numbers would be in the summer, but I'm so delighted we have such a good turnout on today's call because we've got some really amazing presenters joining us for the call today. Just as we get started, and day 2. Might want to start by muting all the lines, Robin, if that's okay with you, and we'll unmute folks as they're speaking this morning. Right now we have three of us on the call today from the council. Jeff wasn't able to join us today. He's up in Prince George. So I'm Colleen Kennedy. I'm the Director of Innovation and Engagement with the council, and truly thrilled to have you all on the call today. I'm going to hand it over to Andy and Robin to also introduce themselves. We just need to, there we go. Go ahead, Andy.
Hi, I'm Andy. I'm the Engagement and Campaign Specialist here at the Council.
Thanks, Andy.
Hi, everyone. It's Robin here, and I'm on the same team at the Quality Council.
Great. We really encourage everyone to just say hello in the chat box. We got a lot of people on the call today, so we won't do verbal introductions, but take a couple minutes and just introduce yourself and who you are in the chat box so people can hear where we're from in the province today. So today we're just going to give a little bit of an update. As usual, we're going to have a great update about our ambassadors in action. And we've got two very special guests in particular today. All of our presenters are special guests, but we've got two youth presenters today, which we're really excited to have for our call. We're going to tell just a reminder today about the BC Change Day BC Hits the Road campaign, and also the event we've all been waiting for, the announcement of our Change Quest champions today. So who actually won our Change Quest that we've been running over the last 6 weeks? Last, we're going to look at wearing your change, and there's more to come on that for the meeting today, and then we'll just talk about our next meeting. We'll go from there. So a little bit of a status update again. Not going to spend a lot of time talking today, but just really wanted to share where we're at with the campaign. Andy created this infographic and updated it this morning, and since he updated, we're already at 1,644 pledges. So we are very close to being 1/3 of the way to our pledge goal, which I think is fantastic, and thanks to so many of you on the call today. When we met last month, we were at 1,008 pledges, so we've come a really long way in only 1 month. So the pace of pledging has definitely increased. This morning, thanks to Catherine, who I know is on the call today, and Hannah and Chanteya, we had a wealth of pledges come in with photographs of pledges for us to enter, so we still need to enter those. We had some coming in from PHSA, and they're kind of trickling in from across the province. So these numbers are going to go up a lot the next few days as we get all those pledges entered in. Our ambassador numbers are growing, so we're at coming up to 200 ambassadors for Change Day. So folks throughout the province, like yourself, who are just volunteering their time to promote Change Day. So we're really excited to have you all on the call today, and just really looking forward to this campaign as it continues to gain momentum. As of this morning, the Physiotherapy Association of BC signed on as a partner, so we're now at 42 partners for Change Day BC, and we're also very excited about our partnerships. Those are the organizations that are also making a commitment to promote organizationally, and so we're thrilled about those numbers increasing as well. Some general stats are on here as well in terms of web page views and what's happening with our Twitter followers. We're up to 357 followers for our Twitter account for Change Day BC, and we've had over 37,000 views on our web page. So lots of stuff happening on the social media front as well. And just seeing all the chatter in the chat box with people signing on, and just wanted to take a minute to say thank you so much for all of those who were able to join us today. Thinking about our change stats at a glance, I just wanted to show this to you. This graph is courtesy of Eric, a member of our team, who we started plotting our pledges as they come in. We wanted to kind of get an estimate of what we thought we would see the pace of pledging look like. And that's the green line on the graph that we've got up on the chart right now. And what we know is that we kind of wanted to estimate roughly what the campaign would look like in terms of the pacing of pledges. And we know that it really increases very rapidly towards Change Day itself. The piece I want to really draw your attention to is June. So we had a target number of pledges for that month. And you can see that we actually exceeded our target where we thought we would be by the end of June in terms of the number of pledges. And the pace of the pledges are coming in July as well. It looks like we're actually going to be exceeding our rate right now. So this graph is just as of July 6th. So barely includes our numbers for July yet. And with the bulk of pledges that came in today, we're very quickly going to be exceeding our expectations for that month as well. So we're really seeing an increase in the pace of pledging, and we're looking forward to that continuing to grow as we move forward. We're going to move it now into our ambassadors, but maybe before I do that, does anyone have any questions or any thoughts or anything they'd like to add? And maybe we could just unmute the lines and invite anyone to kind of share any thoughts right now with our initial numbers for Change Day. All right. I'll take the silence on the line. It's time to pass it over. So our first presenter today is Helga Avila. Helga is with Island Health, and she's the manager of process improvement. Now, Helga has been working tirelessly with a really amazing team on the island, working towards Change Day BC, and a quite coordinated campaign that they've pulled together. So I'm really delighted right now to hand it over to Helga to share what they've been doing within Island Health. So welcome, Helga, and thanks for joining us today.
Colleen, are you going to advance my slides for me, or how does this work?
I can take care of your slides for me, so just let me know when you're ready to go, and I'll keep moving them forward for you.
Okay, I'm ready to go. You can go to the first one. So as Colleen mentioned, I'm the ambassador for Island Health, but we've got a lot of ambassadors all over the island. So we've just been split into 4 geographies in Island Health, and we've got one in the north, one in the mid-north, one further south, and then Victoria. And I'm happy to say that we have ambassadors in all 4 geographies. So this is really a diverse campaign that we're handling here on the island. And Marnie, you're on the line. Marnie's our ambassador in Geography 2, and I'm going to show you in a minute what Marnie's been up to. Do you want to say hi, Marnie?
Hi, Helga. Nice to hear from you again.
Yeah. So Marnie is a really special ambassador because this is a grassroots endeavor. Marnie's gift is both on the ground with her people on the front line, and she is also a member of our steering committee. So if you want to go to the next slide for me, Colleen. So that's me, and so that's my pledge there. I pledge to listen more, which is really hard for me because I'm an extreme extrovert. So that sign is posted in 2 ways. It's on my Outlook signature, so every time I send an email, that pops up reminding me and others that I'm going to listen more and encouraging others to pledge. And the card is also stuck on my door, which I heard on a previous webinar. It's a way to kind of say I am going to do this, and so people can remind me that I'm going to listen more. And the next slide is the SharePoint site. So this is where our steering committee puts all their information. And as I mentioned, Marnie's a representative on a frontline representative on our steering committee. We have a patient representative. We have someone from the volunteer services. We have some people from operations. We've got an executive representation. I sit there. So that's kind of our group to come together to talk about what our plans are and hear from our communications folks. And they're probably the most important part of this steering committee is how do we get the word out and how do we listen to some of the questions that we're hearing about Change Day. And I was really pleased, Colleen, that you were able to attend our last steering committee meeting, which was so helpful because we had lots of questions, and Colleen was right on the line and just had tons of answers. And one of the aha moments at the steering committee was when Colleen mentioned that if we have pictures of walls or doors where pledges are, we can send that in, and the people over in Vancouver will put those online for us. So that was a huge plus. So thank you, Colleen, for that. So the next slide, please. So the doors. This is Marnie's door up in Tofino. So Marnie, you've got some more pledges on there. Is that right?
Yeah, it's filling up. It's pretty exciting, and it's great that the staff come by and read the pledges and get examples for themselves when they're thinking about their own pledge.
So, you know, Tofino Hospital has about, 50 employees, and what's your goal up in Tofino, Marnie?
100 pledges. So we're going
Wow.
to engage with our patients and visitors, physio departments, mental health, and get lots of people on board with it. That's
great. So the next slide is individual pledges. So these are folks that are not pledging on doors or on walls, but they're deciding to make a pledge on their own. And so they fill out a card, and then we help them, you know, get online to put the pledge. So the next slide, please, Colleen. So this is Donna. Donna works at one of our residential care facilities here in Victoria. So this is Donna's story. She's a housekeeper here at the Gorge Road, and she knows from personal experience that the far-reaching impact of a warm smile and a heartfelt welcome. Donna recently endured the loss of her husband, and there were lots of friendly faces that greeted her here each day and helped her find comfort in this time. This prompted her to reflect on her daily interactions with hospital residents and her desire to share her appreciation and spread joy at every opportunity. So one of her supervisors says, "She's so compassionate. She always has time to chat with you," says Brenda. And so Donna, when she came to me and she asked for the card, she said, "It makes me happy to see them so grateful. Everyone should be happy. In tough times, to see a smiling face can brighten your day." So that's just one of the pledges that, you know, people are just looking inside themselves and deciding to announce that this is something that they want to do. Very powerful, and it really helps this initiative spread. And so this picture and Donna's story appeared on our intranet page yesterday, along with Island Health's invitation to all the people at Island Health to enter their names on the website, because now they're available to win a prize. So the first prize went to Tofino, and one of the housekeepers up there won a Fitbit. So each month we're giving out a prize. There's another Fitbit to be won, an iPad, and a trip to the Quality Forum next February. So that's how that steering committee has been helping, you know, drive this across the island. And we needed people at the table with budgets to make that kind of commitment to the campaign. So next slide, please, Colleen. The walls. So people are kind of thinking, well, you know, do I put this on my door or do I put it on a bulletin board? It doesn't really matter. It's up to the individual units or floors to decide. I like this one because this was conceived and executed by an admin assistant who, you know, just didn't like looking at this blank wall all the time, and so she got our printing services to come in and paint a tree on the wall. You'll notice that there's an orange lettering across the bottom left, and what they did was they downloaded the logo from the Change Day website and had printing services make a decal or a applique that they stuck to the wall, and now the pledges are going to appear on the leaves. Once the Change Day campaign is over in October and all the leaves have fallen to the ground, they're going to use this tree and decorate it for Christmas. And they're going to change it to a wish tree, what they wish for themselves and for others. So this has kind of lifted them into a spirit of, you know, okay, let's just keep going. So I thought this was really cool. So while we're still getting more and more pledges online, I can see from across the island that there are these walls and boards going up, and so it's been a really exciting journey so far. So that's what we've got at Island Health. I don't know if you have any questions.
Hi, it's Colleen. I just wanted to say thank you. This is amazing to see. I guess when you think about Island Health, I guess with all geographic health authorities, they're so large, and it's interesting to hear the spread and reach you've had with this, Helga, and I think you and your team really, just huge kudos to you for the success you've had around Change Day, and thank you so much for that. I think this tree is truly remarkable. It's absolutely beautiful, and it brings such a smile to my face just looking at it. So it's really lovely to see this. And I guess I also really appreciated your comment about looking inside yourself as being a key component. And what's something you're truly passionate about and helping that inform the Change Day BC Pledge. Thank you so much for joining us today. Are there questions from folks on the line?
I see Tracy has her hand up.
Oh, hi.
Go ahead, Tracy.
Can you hear me?
Sure can.
Just to let Helga know that this beautiful tree has actually triggered a competition within the building in which it sits, and actually the tree owners don't know this yet, but our department, Quality and Safety, walked by this and thought, wow, that's fantastic. And so we met yesterday, and we are going to come up with something for ourselves, and we're going to put out a challenge to all the departments in this building, at Memorial Pavilion at the Jubilee site. So thanks to, I've forgotten what her name is now, who got this organized. Connie, that's right, Connie Hardy. So yeah, so we'll see where it takes us.
Well, a quote that I heard about, little trees sprouting into bigger ideas was that said, if you think something small can't make a difference, just try sleeping in a tent with one mosquito.
Yes, well said.
And Allison, did you have a question as well?
Yes, I do, thanks. And it's just a question because it grabbed my attention and I loved it. On slide 9, there's a picture of their SharePoint site, and there is a sculpture there. Anyone know where that sculpture is from? It is gorgeous. I love the imagery of it.
I think it's from Denmark. Someone sent, that's a good question. I was going to look that up before the call. Someone sent out one of those emails with a whole bunch of interesting sculptures, and that one caught my eye. So I will look that up and let Colleen know.
Yeah, I love the imagery of it. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you. Any other questions for Helga? All right. Well, thank you so much, Helga. We really appreciate you sharing what you're doing at Island Health, and look forward to hearing more as the campaign progresses. And you know that the whole team is here. If you have any questions anytime, that's what the Change Day team is here for, to give you any support you might need. So give us a shout anytime.
Thanks, Colleen.
Thank you. I'm going to hand it over now to Helen Chu. Helen is with the BC Renal Agency and was, I would say, a pretty early adopter of Change Day BC. Before we even really had our ambassador calls going, Helen had already contacted us to find out who else was doing this within PHSA, or Provincial Health Services Authority. And so just really eager and keen, and got off the ground really early, but has also really participated in a coordinated approach that's happened across PHSA. So it's with pleasure now I'd like to hand it over to Helen to share what they've been doing around Change Day BC at PHSA, particularly at the Renal Agency.
I'm just going to mute all the lines again, and then I'll unmute you, Helen. And if anyone has any questions, just raise your hand, or I'll unmute us all at the end.
Hi. Okay. Hi, everyone, and thanks, Colleen, for the introduction, and thank you for the opportunity to share our experience with everyone here. Colleen, can you help me move to the next slide, please? Oh, this is the last slide. Do you have the one with the chart?
I don't know if I received other slides, Colleen. Do you have those? You're muted, Colleen. Just 1 second, Helen. We can maybe pull them up if you got in your email.
No worries.
Apologies, everyone. Maybe you could just start chatting, Helen, and I'll get this up as we're talking here.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know what the BC Renal Agency is yet, it is part of the family of the Provincial Health Services Authority. It is the virtual agency of planning and monitoring and funding body that facilitates dialysis and non-dialysis renal care across the province. And with that, as is not on there yet, but there was a org chart on the slide which shows like how we work in very close partnership with the renal programs from all regional and provincial health authority as well as other institutions. And in that unique model of care, we work with an extensive network of clinicians, administrators, researchers, patients, and families to integrate knowledge and practice for better kidney health and care. And that kind of structure actually explains a little bit of how we approach this Change Day promotion for the next while.
Wonderful.
Is there something happening?
Yes, something's happening. They'll be up in a second. I really do apologize for this, Helen. I'm not sure why they didn't all paste over, so forgive me. They'll be up here right now. We got them all.
Awesome.
Thank you. And I'm
seeing that now. Yeah, okay. So that's the org chart, but we could move on to the next one now. Thank you. So how did it all get started? At the beginning, after informing the executive members of the agency, I went to my colleagues who specialized in stakeholder engagement and communications, namely Gloria Freeborn and Stacey Richardson, to really start brainstorming about what the promotion could look like. And we basically leveraged the strategies that we've been using to promote some of the annual events around kidney health and care, which is like, for example, the World Kidney Days, the Kidney Smart campaign, etc. And with those existing template in place for those events, we just sketch out a very simple plan with two groups that we target. The primary group is our agency staff, and the other group is our provincial renal network. Since we know that there are already a lot of existing regional efforts in place to promote Change Day, and so we decided not to duplicate the existing effort, but to complement those efforts. For the internal effort within the renal agency among our staff, we identify champions for each of our 3 downtown offices. So the photo shows part of our team there. We got together to learn more about Change Day BC together, address any outstanding questions we might have, and then we brainstorm further ideas for various promotional activities. Next slide, please. So we're very thankful that our Executive Director, Dr. Adira Levin, along with the rest of the executive teams are very supportive of the campaign. Adira actually took the lead and happily made a pledge. And her pledge was to be curious about every patient, family member, or healthcare professional so that each encounter she has with them helps her to understand that person better. So I thought that's pretty neat. And then an invitation was sent out on her behalf to all the staff in the renal agency as part of the official launch across our organizations. One of the things that our champions did is that they set up a pledge station in each of our offices. So there's one that you see behind where Adira is standing, is in a high traffic meeting room. And there are the other 2 in the pictures in our 2 other offices. The middle one is on wheels such that we could move it around easily to another spot, as we don't want any people to miss out who some of them just go in and out for meeting without visiting the lunchroom where it's currently at. And both of these offices are shared with other groups, including various other PHSA units, Providence Healthcare, etc. So we have been trying to invite other colleagues from outside of the renal agency to pledge as well. Next slide, please. So some of us have been taking the opportunity to have some fun with the promotion, but we've also been finding it very helpful to strengthen that in a way, it's helped strengthening the bonds around us. So the champions develop the promotion at each site in a quite organic way. On the left side on your screen, you'll see a picture from an ice cream sundae party with hints of promotion of Change Day, organized by the social committee of one of the offices. And then another group of us, we pledged that we would have lunch together every week, and we've been keeping that pledge for several weeks now. So while these activities around Change Day enable us to talk about the campaign itself and our own pledges, but really it's also helped us to support each other in making positive changes in our life and our work, and help us to also get to know each other better. Next slide, please. And for the promotion in the provincial network, we post about Change Day on our website. We also post articles on our quarterly newsletter called Reno News that are subscribed by renal care providers, researchers, and others across BC and elsewhere. Next slide. Next slide, please. We have also been posting and sharing related updates on our social media to spread the word that way to patients and families, healthcare and research professionals who have been following us from BC and other provinces. We are planning to do some promotion at our annual conference that is organized in partnership with BC Transplant, which is also part of the PHSA family in October. And in addition to that, we're also in touch with other ambassadors in the PHSA, and we'll make sure that we will continue to plan related activity in concert with the rest of the provincial health authority. So we hope and believe that the way that we let people know about Change Day and then the way by which we encourage people to make a pledge for Change Day is both within and beyond our own organization. And just going back to the organizational structures that I mentioned earlier, it just mirrors the way we work through an extensive network of various partners. So next slide. So that's all I have for now. Thanks for your attention, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Thank you so much, Helen. I really appreciate you presenting. Just going to go back here to the main screen now, Robin, if you want to take control again. I'll stop sharing. So I really thank you so much for presenting and letting us hear what's happening at the BC Renal Agency right now for Change Day BC. I really love some of the things that you're doing in terms of the lunches that you're having with your team. I love the Sunday day that you did in terms of some of the activities and your promotions. So I just, again, really appreciate all the work that you're doing. We really appreciate you championing Change Day, and especially within the body of a larger organization, how you've also made it really relevant to your own team. I just want to hand it over to folks on the call to see if they have any questions for Helen right now.
That Sunday was the most delicious looking thing I've seen for Change Day so far. That was awesome, Helen.
It's been fun. They've been trying to bring in different ingredients and the ice cream, and so they mix and match this over there and do all kind of creations.
Yeah, well, food always attracts creative.
That's great. Any questions at all? Just one last time before we hand it over to our next speakers. Right. Well, thank you so much, Helen. Again, really appreciate all the work you're doing there and the chance to work with you. It's with pleasure now that we have an opportunity to introduce our youngest Change Day BC ambassadors. And these youngest Change Day BC ambassadors have packed a punch. My understanding that as of yesterday, Chanteya, with the assistance of her mother as a guiding force in all this, that's Catherine on the right-hand side there, they have actually now garnered over 300 pledges the work they've been doing for Change Day BC. These amazing young women in the picture, I'm going to start on the left, and that is Chanteya Waterman. In the middle is sorry, we're just looking at my notes here. Sorry, in the middle is Hannah O'Donnell, and on the right-hand side is Catherine O'Donnell. Now, I understand that, were you going to actually bring yourselves up as well? Did you want to share your video so we can see you, or do you want to just, you're welcome to turn your video on now, girls, if you'd like. Yeah.
I don't think that will work, actually, Colleen, because I'll be screen sharing for the Prezi.
Absolutely, but if they just wanted to say hi to the group, they're more than welcome to. They were on earlier on the call today, so it's great. So going forward, really, on the right-hand side, there's Catherine O'Donnell, and she introduced Changed ABC to her daughter. There you go, girls. Hi.
Hi.
And the rest is, as they say, history. So they've done a ton of work around Changed ABC, and Chanteya and Hannah were busy last night finishing off their Prezi, which they're going to share with us today. So welcome, girls. We're so thrilled to have you today, and we really look forward to your presentation.
No, it's still on the photo.
Thank you. Okay, so I think we'll say next, and it's the next slide because we have some more things added to it.
Okay, I think Robin's wonderful. Thank you. And Robin's just going to share her desktop.
Is that the
here.
one you wanted, Hannah, or do you want me to pull up your Prezi now?
Yes, please.
Prezi, please. Okay.
And just while we're waiting, this is Hannah Chanteya. Oh, yes, this was yesterday, I believe, getting pledges as part of Fraser Health, recruiting folks to make a pledge for Changed ABC.
All right, girls, go ahead and just tell me when you want me to advance, okay?
Advance. Changed ABC. Advance. Pictures of our cycle. And of people who have pledged. Advance. Where's Global Empire? Elementary. Advance. Classroom number 1. We were not allowed to use their faces in the picture, so we used their eyes, smiley faces, and frowny faces to cover them up. Advance.
Hello. Hi, Jade.
Class number 2. We were also not allowed to use their faces in the picture.
Okay, do you want to give Catalyst a call?
So we can just hear everyone that's speaking right now because I'm sharing my screen and I haven't muted everyone because I wasn't sure where Hannah and Chanteya were. So just if you can mute yourself right now, if you're on the line and speaking, that would be great.
I'll give Catalyst a call. Okay,
unless Pauline, maybe you can go in and find who that is.
These classrooms are kindergarten classrooms. Go back.
No, it's okay.
Thank you. These classrooms are kindergarten classrooms. They are very funny, and they spend a lot of time thinking about what their pledges were going to be. Few kindergarten classrooms did sleep more, but the other kindergarten classroom did a whole bunch of pledges. Why did they choose sleep more? Because you can wake up earlier, you won't be cranky at school, or in your case at work, and you'll have more energy to go through the day. Next, please. This is my dad's pipe band. My dad's pipe band, they all made a pledge, and the chief of police actually tweeted us on Twitter. Next, please. Guides. When Hannah told her guides about Changed ABC, she gave them a lanyard, button, and sticky pad to each person who has pledged and got all their friends to pledge. Next, please. So this is Fraser Health's VPs and EDs. ED means Executive Directors, and VP means Vice President. When we performed a Prezi to the EDs and VPs, everybody who made a pledge got a cupcake, lanyard, a button, and a sticky note. Next, please. This is me when we were at the VP and ED meeting. Next, please. family. This is me, Hannah, and my mom, Catherine, and my dad, Bill. Hannah's friends and family. Next, please. Our cycle. Next, please. Mom. When my mom came home, she had a big smile on her face. She was so excited to tell me all about Changed ABC. She wondered if I wanted to help her do a project about Changed ABC. Next, please. Neighbors. Christina, my neighbor, was my first pledger. We learned more about Changed ABC, and then together we got more pledges from our neighbor. Next, please. Principal and vice principal. I was so thrilled, I asked my principal and vice principal if I could expand my school, and I got everybody to pledge. Next, please. Prezi. Our first project we made was a Prezi to present to the EDs and VPs of Fraser Health. The presentation was about Changed ABC and where we are now. Next, please. What happened? When my mom told me about Changed ABC, we expanded it to my school and got Chanteya to join my pledge. Even bigger. We performed a Prezi to the EDs and VPs, and they loved it. We hope. Turned out, everybody pledged, and now it's acting on that pledge. Hopefully. Next, please. Next, please. Next, please. Yes. Thank you.
Good.
Oh, Pauline, I think you were on mute. I've just unmuted you.
Mute all the lines, Robin, that'd be great. Just wanted to thank you so much, Hannah and Chanteya. We really appreciate you joining us today and all of your energy and ideas. It's amazing to hear all that you've done, from Prezi to pipe bands to smiley faces and touching those kindergarten kids and their pledges to get more sleep, Girl Guides to actually making it to the executive director and VP level to encourage Fraser Health to participate across the board in Changed ABC. Just want to kind of hand it over to everyone on the call today. I just, first of all, want to say congratulations to you, and then just hand it over to folks if they have any questions. So, Hannah, I just want to share a few things that are in the chat box right now. Allison has commented, wow, this is incredible, such a heartwarming and inspirational story. Thanks so much for sharing. Chris Johnson shared, congratulations, Hannah and Chanteya, great Prezi. And from Tracy, great work. And I couldn't agree with that more. So I think you've just done an amazing job, and it's really great to hear all you've done for Changed ABC. Does anyone on the line have any questions for Hannah and Chanteya?
I have a question.
Go for
it, Rob. What was the hardest thing about getting pledges?
Pardon me?
What was the hardest thing about getting people to make pledges?
Well, some people, when they pledged, they thought it was for money, so we had to kind of go through the whole process. And sometimes what happened was at our school, nobody really knows about it, so they'd ask, what is it about? So we'd have to kind of explain through that whole process over and over again. We started doing the announcements, so instead of telling each one by one, everybody could hear, because on the announcements, each room in our class, our school, has a announcement box, and they can all hear us. So I felt like that was better after a while.
Yeah, you must have gotten pretty good at saying the same message and telling people what Change Day is, hey?
Yes.
Well, great job. There's lots of comments here. I don't know if you guys can see them about people being really inspired by what you've been doing, and you guys are a breath of fresh air for us. It's so energizing to see all the stuff you're doing out there. So keep up the great work.
Thank you.
I couldn't agree more. And I have a question for you girls. Now, I understand that you've started making some plans for Change Day. Change Day itself is on October 15th, 2015. What do you think those are going to look like?
So we actually planned a barbecue, and we were thinking about getting my dad's pipe band to play there. It was going to be at school. We actually did another prezi, but it told us about it. Miss Heritage has booked that day off, so she'll be there. We were going to get more people to pledge, and we thought that it could be at our school, and there's a playground by our school, so if there's any kids that got bored, they could go and play at the playground, or we could have games.
Picture.
That sounds absolutely amazing. And just to update everyone, not everyone knows who Kathy Heritage is. Do you want to share who Ms. Heritage is, Hannah?
Okay.
I can help you with that if you want me to.
Okay. Thank you. So Ms. Heritage is nice.
She's the ED.
She's the ED at Surrey. And I challenged her. And we joined. Then we joined together. Then we challenged the other hospitals. I think that's because she was scared that we were going to beat her. I don't know exactly, but I'm pretty sure that's the reason. So now we're against the other hospitals in Surrey, and we are going to beat them now.
That's wonderful. Chanteya and Hannah, you've done an amazing job, and I actually had the pleasure of speaking with Kathy Heritage yesterday. So she's the Executive Director of Surrey Memorial Hospital and the Jim Pattison Surgical Outpatient Center. And she's so excited about the work you've done with Change Day. And initially, Hannah had challenged Surrey Memorial Hospital. And Hannah, you even offered up some of your own birthday money, didn't you, to see if you could get more pledges? If she got more pledges than you'd give her some of your birthday money, right?
Yes.
I think that's pretty cool. So then Kathy countered and said that she would actually personally donate $250 to your school for a Healthy Meals program. Is that correct? Where it started, at least?
Yes.
And so when I talked to Kathy yesterday, she said that she knew she couldn't beat you. You've just done such a great job. She thought it was more important to join forces with you. So now Hannah and Surrey Memorial Hospital have joined forces, and they've challenged all the other hospitals and communities in Fraser Health to see if they can get more pledges. So it's kind of exciting to see that momentum there. Anything else you'd like to add, Hannah or Chanteya?
I just want to say thank you for all the comments, and I think we're going around the hospital today to see if anybody wants even more pledges or has any more pledges. Thank you for supporting me, and Chanteya. Bye. Well, for now.
Thank you so much, girls. You can stay on the call if you'd like. We'd love to have you stay. So thank you very much to Chanteya and Hannah for joining us today, and of course their mom providing all the support as well in the work that's happening for Change Day BC in Fraser Health. I think it's truly amazing to hear what they've had happening. So I'm going to hand it now over to Robin and Andy just to give us a little update on Change Day BC hits the road.
Yeah, thanks, Colleen. So I think we had shared this with you at our last meeting, so it's just a reminder now that we're into summer that I assume one or two of you are taking some holidays at some point. So it's a really super easy way to win some pizza for your local Change Day event. If you want to bring some Change Day resources with you on your holidays and snap a picture of yourself with either a famous landmark or your camping tent or whatever you want, all you have to do is send it to us either by email or you can post it on social media with the hashtag ChangeDayBC, and you will be entered in our little contest. The deadline is September 11th, so you've got all summer and all of your holidays. And yeah, so it's just a reminder on the Hit the Road campaign. So the top 3 photos will win up to 10 pizzas for each of their team to host a local Change Day celebration.
Wonderful.
And we've actually already got our first one in. So here's one of our Change Day Ambassadors kids, and this is in the Kananaskis Parks network. I think it's a network of several different parks in Alberta. So they've got their poster, and just that easy. So I just wanted to see if there were any questions about that, and yeah, let us know if there's, if you want to send in pictures or you have any trouble getting those to us, but it should be fairly straightforward to take part in that.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Robin. Just checking to see, does anyone have any questions on the Change Day BC Hits the Road competition through the summer? If you do, just let us know and we'll send any information your way. As we move forward over the summer, we'll be posting those photos as they come in on our Instagram and Facebook pages, Twitter, and we'll be looking at them throughout the campaign. And so we really look forward to watching those photographs come in. The early photos that have come in have just been a pleasure to see, so thank you so much. So the event you've all been waiting for those of you who are not aware, we ran something called a Change Quest competition using an app called Goose Chase over the last 6 weeks, where we invited ambassadors across the province to complete missions. The missions to complete to obtain points. So the missions all related to promoting Change Day BC and included things such as hosting Change Day BC events, tweeting about Change Day BC, posting on our Facebook ambassador page, all sorts of things. And we really enjoyed the activity of Change Quest and the photos that they came in throughout the campaign. People earned badges, so virtual badges as the campaign continued, and our top 3 teams are also going to win some prizes, so we're really excited about that. So now we're going to unveil the results for the winners for our Change Quest. So the winners for the Change Quest are the rural TCS team, which is, I don't know if we have anyone, is Colleen Lutman or Echo on the call today?
Colleen is here.
Yay, Colleen! So your team got number 1 for the prize. So we wanted to congratulate you for winning Change Quest. As the winner for Change Quest, we will hand deliver a Dairy Queen ice cream cake with the Change Day logo on it for your team. Each of your team members will win a Change Day BC t-shirt, so we will follow up with you to confirm sizing for you. And then you'll also receive 5 additional Change Day BC t-shirts that you can use to promote in your community as you continue to promote Change Day BC, so you've got something to have as a giveaway prize. So congratulations.
Well, thank you. Echo did all the work, so I will let her do it. I gave her the ideas, and she did all the stuff that's, you know, the online techie stuff. So
I don't think Colleen's giving herself enough credit. She wrote a most fabulous Change Day poem. So I think we tweeted that out one day. So it was pretty fantastic. So I think you did some stuff too there, Colleen. Our second place team was Impact BC, and I don't know, is Liz Lamb on the call today? Don't see her on there, and it seems to me she was double booked today if memory serves me correctly, so we will be in touch with Liz to let her know that her team came in 2nd place. And we had a tie for 3rd place, which was the BC Renal Agency and the IH West Quality team. So I know that you had your own team there in Vernon, didn't you? Who's on the call for IH West Quality? I see you're on the line there. Is IH West Quality still on the line? Not sure, and if you just will be in touch with your team. And lastly, but not least, BC Renal Agency was also tied for 3rd place, and I know Helen, you're also on the call. So congratulations, Helen.
Thank you, Osha. That was my team.
And we just got a text from the IH West Quality team that instead of hitting unmute, they accidentally hung up from the call, so they will be calling back in. But so for the 2nd and 3rd place winners, you will also receive Change ABC t-shirt, which we're going to talk about shortly here. We're also going to be sending you 5 additional t-shirts for your teams as well for you to use in your promotional work for Change ABC. So those we'll be in touch to get sizes for you for your team members. So just wanted to say thank you so much to all of you for participating in the Change Quest. It was a little bit experimental on our part to see how that would work, and it was fun to see that move forward. So thank you very much. I'm not sure if that's the IHS quality team, if you've been able to join us again.
Yes, we're here. Sorry, I'm not allowed to touch the phone anymore.
Congratulations. You guys are tied for 3rd place, BC Renal Agency, so thanks a lot. If you missed what was said, you're actually going to receive a t-shirt for each member of your team. I think that's Julie who was talking. And then you'll get 5 additional t-shirts that you can use to Change ABC promotions. So that's the perfect, you're welcome. That's the perfect segue to our next slide. I'm going to hand it over to Robin to chat with you about that.
So as we were deciding on the prizes for the Change Quest winners, we thought, wait a minute, what if all of our ambassadors want a t-shirt? How can we make sure that that's an opportunity that's available at the same time as making sure that the Change Quest winners get a reward for being 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in the Goose Chase competition? So what we decided is, as Colleen said, we're going to offer 5 extra t-shirts for free to the teams that won in Change Quest, but we would also like to extend the offer to all of our ambassadors and partners that are both on this call and that join us from time to time, that you can order a free t-shirt if you would like one. So you can use this in all of your promotions. You can use it for any activities or events that you might have planned for Change Day itself. And what we wanted to do is just take a minute to get some of your feedback on which design you like best. So we have a couple of options that are on the screen. And as you can see, the 3 on the top, 1A, 1B, and 1C, are the front of the shirt options. And on the back, we have 2A, 2B, and 2C, which are back of shirt options. Now, the one on the left, 2A, says I pledge to, and then it has blank space. This is actually the fabric allows you to actually write your pledge on that shirt. So if you wanted to do that, you could write your pledge on your shirt on the back. So they kind of go together. 1A kind of goes with 2A, and 1B kind of goes with 2B, but we can mix it up. So what I'm going to do now is open a poll first for the front of the shirt. And if you guys want to vote on which option you like best, we'll just do a democratic process for this to determine which design is preferred by the group. And then I'll give that a minute or so, and then we'll show the results of that one, and then after that, we'll do the vote on the back of the shirt. So for all of you, we are very pleased to be offering you one t-shirt free of charge. If you find that other people are wanting them and want to order some, they'll be available on a cost recovery basis of $15. So we'll be sending out a link to the order form if other people want to submit orders for t-shirts. Probably next week in the newsletter, but for the free ones for this group, I'll send out an email after this call with just a few details that we would know in terms of the size that you want and where it would be shipped to. So that will be an option that you have. So we're going to do 2 batch orders. So if you're able to let us know by July 31st, that will mean that you'll have your t-shirt by probably early September. Okay, so I'm just waiting to see if anyone else is going to enter any votes. Looks like it's pretty much stopped, so this takes a second to close the poll, and then I'll show the results of that. So, can you guys see the results? Looks like we had the most votes for 1A for the front. So that's the one that says 1 day, 5,000 pledges, unlimited possibility. Great. Okay, so now we're just going to do the same thing for the back of the shirt to see which option you like best. So I'll give that a couple of minutes as well. Good. So I'm seeing some feedback coming in. Any questions or comments about these while we wait for the poll results to come in? Do you guys like them? You want a free shirt?
I totally love them. I'm so thrilled that we have the opportunity to get a free shirt even though we didn't win the contest.
Yeah.
Helen,
I really like your T-shirts.
Yeah.
Really creative.
Chanteya and Hannah, you get one too, and I don't think you're both on our ambassador list, but you're included in this, so please, we'll make sure you get one as well. So let us know what size you want. So Catherine, when you receive that email, if you could just include Chanteya and Hannah's sizes, that would be wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Thank you.
Great. So it looks like the winner of the back is the one that says, I pledged. So that's kind of cool. So we'll go with the front one will be 1A, and then it's got the little Change Day logo in the bottom corner of the shirt on the front, and then on the back it'll have a little chat bubble that says, I pledged. Great. Thanks for that feedback, guys. We couldn't decide, so we thought we should bring it to the group.
Wonderful. Thanks, everyone, for taking the time to vote on those and participate in today's call. I guess, Robin, you've got one more poll you're going to do here yet. Just before we do that, just one quick question. So I know Chanteya and Hannah mentioned that they have some plans happening for Change Day BC itself. So October 15th, 2015, they're going to have a little celebration barbecue with a pipe band and activities for kids. Just with a show of hands, how many of you on the call today have got something in the works that they're thinking about doing at their local site for Change Day BC? You can just either stick your hand up or use a green checkbox to let us know that you've got something planned. We've got a few folks on the line with some things planned. Wonderful. We're looking forward to hearing more about what you've got in the works. Wonderful. That sounds great. So maybe in the chat box you can kind of share with us what you're thinking of doing. There's quite a few people there on the call who've got some events up their sleeves planned for Change Day BC. And as others start to make their plans for Change Day BC, we look forward to hearing about it. So I'm going to hand it over to you to do our final piece around Change Day BC and when our next meeting is going to be, Robin.
Okay, so we just had one final poll that we wanted to do with you. Just knowing that, we're coming into mid-July and August is a busy time for people being away on holidays, we wanted to ask the question if the group would like to have an ambassador call in August or if we might like to skip that one and reconvene in September. So I'm just going to open this last one, and if you'd like a call in August, just click that option, and if you'd prefer to wait until September, let us know, and we're happy to do either way. Okay, so that's good. Some results are still coming in. So it's pretty close. It's about half and half, but I think we have enough of a group that it's probably worth having the call in August. And what we'll do is we'll record that one as usual and make it available so that if you're not able to attend, you can always listen in when you get back from vacation. But we'll just kind of keep this format going. It's kind of nice for those of us that are still around. We can just get together and continue to hear about what's going on. So I'm just making those results available, but looks like there were more votes for having one in August. So we will do that. We'll stay on our monthly schedule. Thanks, everybody, for letting us know.
Wonderful. Thanks very much, Robin, for running those polls today. And just wanted to do a final thank you to our speakers today, Helga, Helen, Chanteya, and Hannah. You all did an amazing job, and it's really brilliant to hear about the work you're doing to promote Change Day BC, and so inspiring for all of us as we continue to work on this campaign. So thank you so much. Thanks to everyone on the call. And before our next meeting, I won't be able to join you in August, but I look forward to hearing all about it. And I wish you all a wonderful summer, and look forward to hearing and seeing your photos, etc., about Change Day BC. So have a great day and a great summer.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.